So Dom asked, how low is too low search volume and how high is like too high? Like what are we trying to look at when it comes to Jungle Scout search volume? And it depends, obviously we're trying to target our product towards a search term that has, good traffic, which is the same thing as search volume. It's traffic. So ideally I say more than like 3K searches. That's like a decent amount of traffic, 3K. But you could still make good money on a smaller traffic search term if your product stands out that much more. So there's that. It's like a balance between traffic and competition. Because if there's a lot of traffic, tons of traffic going on, you don't have to be that differentiated on that page one, because there's just going to be so many customers, buying shit on that page one. But if there's smaller traffic, let's say 1K or under, there's less traffic, less shoppers. But if you can stand out even more of the shoppers are going to buy you. So that's the other thing. It's kind of a balance between differentiation factor and search volume. And the other thing with search terms in Jungle Scout is even tiny search terms like 150 or less can still validate your differentiation idea or your sub niche idea. Like let's say it's like cup with no spill cup. Even let's say 10 years ago that was a search volume that had 150 searches. Like people didn't know about it yet, but there were still a few people searching for it. And so if you saw that keyword in Jungle Scout, you go, people are searching for this, but there's not a lot of competition. There's not a lot of options for this yet. That can still validate that idea. Even if there's some people searching it, that can validate, okay, there's some people searching it. That means there's potentially way more people that are potentially interested. They just might not know about it yet. That's kind of how I use the Jungle Scout keyword tool. So yeah, to summarize it, ideally the keyword that your main focus keyword you're going after has, around 3K or more searches, but that's not always going to be the case. It's still valid to go after a smaller search term, but just make sure that your product is really targeted, really specific towards that search term. The more specific and targeted it is, then the more confident you can be that people who type that search term in, they're definitely going to buy your shit because it's exactly what they typed in.
I got you.
So yeah, that's my spiel.
For Asians, one's for Latinos, one's for blacks, one for whites, whatever, and further segment that even further. I'm not kidding, man. Seriously.
Yeah, sure.
And make it different.
Yeah, there's many. It branches off into subcategories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
this is how we should be. Everyone else should be thinking, like trying to go as deep as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The more specific your niche, that's where the money's at. Same with SEO on Google. Same with YouTube. People make money off these weird specific niches, like, how to run a 4-minute mile, on a trail run. That's a whole niche separate from the people that want a 4-minute mile. It's like the niche is how to run a 4-minute mile, and then if people want to know how to run it on trail, then that's a whole nother YouTube video that they're looking exactly for that.
Another idea just came to mind. Speaking of that, that could be for you, Bailey. For example, you're a runner, and you want to help runners to improve their time. For example, especially you can target runners with long hairs. How can you help them with a product that's going to allow them to maintain the hair in a way to allow them to run fast without having to shave it off? That could be seriously, that could be an amazing product, bro.
Hair gel.
More than that. I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
Hair gel for runners. A beard gel for runners. You glue your beard back.
Bead cream.
Yeah. Speed cream.
There we go. I'm rich.
Speed cream.
Yeah, get
That's about as niche as it gets right there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Forrest Gumps are out there with some big beards trying to knock off 1 second with some hair gel. But if it works, it works.
Yeah, hey.
You'd be surprised.
You can
That
dominate
market could be quite big.
Speed gel for runners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fuck. What else? What else you guys want?
Do you feel like you have to be careful with? I noticed there's quite a few products that have multiple names, and you could search it under one name, and it has 2,000 hits a month, and you search it under its other name, and it's got like 30,000 hits a month. Like, do you kind of have to be cautious with that, or do you kind of separate those as two different niches?
Yeah, I would.
Like, I mean, we were just talking about the baby bags, like collapsible baby bags, but maybe if you search for it under the term foldable baby bags, it might come up with the same type of products, but it's got way less hits or it's got way more hits.
Yeah, I would consider those the same niche. So like the niche would be up top in the spreadsheet. It would be like main niche, collapsible baby bags, whatever term you want to use, and then in the sub niche, sub keywords, which are like alternate / sub keywords, then you would look at those other ones and say, okay, I could get on page 1 maybe for collapsible baby bag because there's less people are searching on that, less competition appearing on that page 1, so there's more wiggle room, more room to stand out on that keyword. But in general, like Amazon's algorithm is like pretty smart, so it will figure out eventually that the products, that those two search terms mean the same thing, and it will start putting them on the same results based on what shoppers like the same exact shop, like a shopper who searches one and then the other, they buy the exact same thing. Anyway, I just know that the algorithm is smart, and it puts it where it should be, no matter what verbiage they use.
Yeah.
But yeah, collapsible and foldable are technically two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. There's multiple words for the same thing sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just gotta think it out for yourself and kind of just use common sense, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Dee, how are you feeling? Are you still there? We're going on some.
I am. I guess one question I had was, I can't claim to know anything about India with like what you can source from there. I was wondering if they're good for knitted stuff too, or is it mostly just like cloth things, like fabric things?
Payman knows about that, about what type of products India is
basically anything that's, for example, made with leather, wood, stone, precious stones, anything that uses natural material,
So
cloth.
is wool? I'll put this on the chat. Like I have this Etsy link, which is like a dog bed. I think it's really cute.
Okay.
I mean, again, it doesn't fit in a shoebox, I don't think, even if you fold it. But is that something? Because with what's going on with China, especially this week, I feel like maybe sourcing from a different place sounds like a better idea.
Very smart indeed, yes.
Because I don't know what's going to happen with, somebody imposing whatever and then they retaliating and all of that. That seems a little dicey to me.
And then all trades closing off. Yes, that's a potential risk. Yes, we have to be ready for that.
Did you see the link I put in the chat? Would that be something that
let me check.
India would do?
I can check directly with Megla.
Oh, cool.
Is that a company? What is
Oh,
Megla?
Megla. Megla is a lady that did the the masterclass with us at the end of May on sourcing from India. I don't know if you watched that masterclass. If not, I'll send the link again and to you and the group. We have a
Okay.
website where we put all the all the masterclass, all this expert that we've been bringing in, and yeah. So please take a time to watch that because it's been so far one of the best masterclass we've had, one of the most eye-opening. And yeah, watch that.
You see my link? I don't know if
Yes,
like.
I'm looking at it right now. The large cat or dog bed made from chunky cotton yarn. I think that would be something definitely something that India can do. Especially you can take, for example, what's currently selling on Amazon and made from China. They're probably using some artificial material, and then you make a premium version of it made with natural materials. That's something that definitely would be up the alley for India. But again, what I would recommend you is also I can add you into the Megla's Facebook group, and you can ask her directly as well. She's very sweet, very helpful, and she can answer all your questions pretty fast.
Okay. Yeah, because yes, every time I read the news, I'm like, oh man, do I want to bring anything from China?
Yeah, and keep in mind once you get your product upped, especially because more and more people are trying to, I don't know, the feeling is not good with China. So if your product is not made in China, is made from, say, from India, from wherever else, that's something that you can use to your advantage on your listing. Say, hey, this is not made in from China. This is
that seems kind of discrimination-ish, but yeah, I don't know if I want to go there, but I guess if I could say that it was made in the U.S.
You can say that this is not made from artificial materials, but made from premium genuine, for example, wool or whatever product you will be using for that product. So that's something you can definitely use to your advantage. Saying, hey, this is a premium version made with authentic, genuine, high quality material, made from India. In that sense.
Okay, so this woman Megla, whoever would know if
yeah,
India has wool.
I can ask her, and I can add you in the Facebook group, her group,
Okay.
and you can ask her directly. But also, I would highly recommend all of you guys to watch the masterclass on sourcing from India, because that's going to be a real eye opener for you guys, as it's been for the other students of the other group and anyone that has watched it so far.
Yep, I would say they could make this thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Textiles. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, not only that, like people pay like good money for that. I mean, granted, I think you have to hand do that thingamajig, like it's knitted. So but
here's a couple of other options, even from my even Vietnam or Sri Lanka, because they're very well known for anything and clothing and things like that. So they could be a good option as well.
Knitted things?
Yes, Vietnam and Sri Lanka.
But do they take? I mean, is the shipping from those places longer than China?
I'm not very familiar, but it shouldn't be more than that. I can send you guys some information. I was just listening to a podcast of a guy, an expert on sourcing from Vietnam. I can share it in the group later on tonight or tomorrow, and you guys can give it a listen.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
No problem. Riley, do you know anything about sourcing from Vietnam?
No, I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, and I know a lot of shit's made there. I was just thinking about how I bought my North Face, my knockoff North Face backpack there, like in 2016, and it's still going strong 4 years later.
Oh.
They still they make quality that I don't know, but I know
Vietnam is really good for shoes. They're very good for shoes because I read that Nike just shipped their factory from China to Vietnam, as well as a couple of other big brands.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of shit's moving there, especially with the the political tensions with China. Yeah, it's like lots of manufacturing goes on. Nike and Adidas, and they have a lot of textiles companies make a lot of shit there. Yeah.
And one of the reasons I'm really keen on going to Bali is because I would like to find some suppliers in Indonesia and maybe do some product that are like ethnical or whatever traditional Indonesian product and try to bring them on to the market. Something really unique.
Yeah.
But how is there a market for something unique?
Just make a premium version of it.
Okay.
You attach a nice story to it. You have it made by for example, your product creates jobs in a village, and then you give back in a way back to the community, whether it's a free product to those in need or something else, or you give them food or meals, or you can give them some school supplies or whatever makes sense for your product, for your niche, for your brand. You do that. That's a great way for you to really stand out.
Yeah.
Ideally, if you were to come up with an idea, something that you find in Bali, which a friend actually did, I'll tell you in a second. Ideally, you do the quick Jungle Scout research and you type in what it is, look at all the related search terms, and go, oh shit, people are searching for this type of thing. Maybe it's 1,000 or less searches, but people are searching for it. They know about it. That idea is validated. As long as there's some people searching for it, that specific idea is validated. And that can validate your idea. If it has less than 1,000 search terms, then if all you're ranking for is page one for that search term, only 1,000 searches, that's not that much traffic. You probably won't sell too much, maybe a couple a day. But for the long-term play, if it's a growing trend, for the long-term play, 1, 2, 3, 4 years later, it's still going to be there. It might grow from 1,000 searches to 10,000. Like my first product, selfie stick tripod, had 3K searches, and then 3 years later, it had 30K searches. It was just the right timing. And so Nate Ginsberg, who was on my podcast, he did the master class that was posted the other day. He found his product idea in Bali, actually. He found activated charcoal. So he was just in some random, handicraft shop or whatever, boutique shop, saw this activated charcoal shit, and it was like, oh, what's this? I'm guessing he was intrigued, liked the product, looked it up, probably did the research, Jungle Scout on Amazon, and then made an Amazon product. And he was able to launch several listings, different types of activated charcoal, like air freshener type, the type that you consume. Like he got connected with the manufacturer there in Bali where they source it, and was able to make different types of products from that same material. And 3 years later, sold his store for $950K. So,
oh damn.
Yeah. So it was a timing thing. It was a new trending thing. And he found the idea just in a shop. Like a lot of times shops are like boutique shops are on top of the trends. And Bali has a million boutique shops. So.
Yeah, so when you guys travel, when you go to places, like for example, you, Dominic, in Mexico, go into small villages, go to those artisan stores. You never know, you might find some treasure.
I definitely plan on exploring. So
yeah. That's what one of the part of that makes travel so fun, because you never know. It's like a treasure hunt.
Very true. Very true. Especially at an older age, it's gotta get the best of it.
Sure.
Life's a treasure hunt, eh?
Yes, it is.
We're always searching for the booty. Especially in Mexico, they got the big ones.
Sí, señor.
Hey, senor, they got the big booties down south.
I actually met well, Riley, you still recording?
So Mexico was open, so we were looking at going to either Cabo or Playa del Carmen, actually.
Okay.
So that was an option, and then last week we were gonna we're going to Istanbul, Turkey. We're gonna go back there. Fucking going there. Looked at some Airbnbs, and they were good. And then the third country was Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at that, and they're like, we got to go someplace with a beach. So
I heard it's beautiful there.
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, we've been before. So yeah, I heard this like 5 days ago, and then 3 days ago they booked our flights. So he's like, "Yep, booked all of our flights August 1st. We're doing it." So we're going to Croatia on August 1st, in a week from today, or a week from tomorrow.
Nice.
And all you have to do is bring a negative COVID test within the last 48 hours. So I have an appointment in Bellevue on next Friday. It's the same day COVID test, and then the next Saturday afternoon we fly. It's like a 11-hour flight to Amsterdam, 1 hour layover, and then a few hours to Croatia. Show the negative test. Like, I'm guessing.
How much is that test?
It's $150.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, 99 plus $50 extra for same day. Advanced PCR testing, and then yeah. So fingers crossed that everything goes good and they let us in, and then we got an Airbnb, little condo, 3 bedrooms. Just be working from there. Post it up until if Bali actually opens September 11th, then that's the plan.
Cool.
So yeah, that's my travel update. Things happened fast this past week. So yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah. To summarize, it sounds like everyone is pretty much done with explore phase. Bucci, you pretty much got your 50. You're ready to narrow down. Dom, sounds like you already got kind of like your top 5, or already decided. So this next week it's all about diving deep, brainstorming, thinking from common sense. How can I improve this? How can I add a function just to make it stand out just a little bit? Weighing the options of those 3 or 5. And Didi, you want to explore for a little bit longer. So this weekend, keep exploring, adding stuff to your spreadsheets, and then by Monday, that your goal should be to be done with explore phase, and then start crossing off phase, and chipping away towards your top 10. And then by next week's call, everyone can hopefully be within that top 10, and then you guys can give us ideas like, hey, what do you think about this? Kind of like how Dom did today. What do you think about this product? What do you think about this product? What do you think about this differentiating idea? Any ideas for this? And you can share me your screens, show me the numbers, and basically product validation calls.
Nice.
So that's basically what we can do for the next couple weeks. Toss ideas to the group chat at any time. Hey, what do you think about this product? Dom's done a couple, sent me, but just put them in the group chat. Send a screenshot of the product, with a link to it. Screenshot of the search volume, of the Jungle Scout search volume numbers, or just a screenshot of your spreadsheet of the kind of analytics. And then Payment or I will give our thoughts and honest suggestions.
Cool.
So
Don't sleep on the niche I suggested you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dive in for sure.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. That's if you don't do it, I'll go on for that. Seriously, I'm not joking.
I got you.
You have a 48-hour time frame to make it to make your mind. If not, let me know. I'll go on it.
I got you.
I'll be
Yeah,
fun.
if it's not in my top 3, you got it for sure.
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. In other news, I'm fired up about my Amazon store. They just came out with bundles. So I've been creating some bundles on my store. So that's really cool. So that should be an increase. It's I'll send the video that I did or the article that I did in the group chat.
Okay.
You can basically bundle 2 different products in your store in one offering. It appears right above the frequently bought together section. So that should be a big bump for everyone's sales. Well, at least some bump theoretically. So that's a new cool feature. We just launched our video ads for the Sticky Wallet. Their ACOS is around 28%, so it's profitable. So sales are up, so it's going good. So yeah, Amazon's launching some cool new features. So stoked about that.
So you hired a company to do your video ads?
I actually filmed the actual video myself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we were on the Parker runs the video ads. So, but yeah, Amazon is really if you, I'm sure you guys have seen the video ads in the search results.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pushing those more and more. Boom. Okay, yeah, this bundle is posted now. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's send a screenshot. Yeah, you can bundle 2 different colors of the same thing, actually. So it's like another way to do a 2-pack. I just put that in the messenger chat. Oh.
But you don't do your own photography for the product, right?
Say that again, sorry.
You don't do your own photography for the actual listing, right?
I do myself because I actually happen to be, a video and photography guy.
No, like you know how they say it has to be a white background and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you can remove the background. It's pretty easy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I use this site, clippingmagic.com for background. There's this site, clippingmagic.com. It automatically removes the background. Yeah, but I do recommend hiring a professional photographer if you got the money to do it. And you can ask later for recommendations.
Cool.
Yeah. Booch, how you feeling overall about everything?
I'm chilling, man. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm I'll dig in on my top 5, but I think I'm pretty focused on one of them. So we'll see what happens over the next few days and how that transforms.
Cool. Yeah. As always, shoot questions to the chat, specific questions about the product or whatever. Sounds good. Dom, how you feeling overall about the whole thing?
I'm feeling great. Yeah, so Paymon gave me some ideas that I'm just going to dig in on and look at some other ideas that I like and start crossing out some stuff that I know I'm not going to work or not going to mess with. So
again, just don't limit yourself just to doing, and that applies to all of you guys. Don't limit yourself just to doing product research. Do market research so you have a whole, overall idea. So you can, because the goal is to understand what your market wants, and then you can give it to them. That's the best way for you to find out what you will need, what will be the best way to differentiate your product. So keep that in mind and ask yourself 2 questions. Who's your customer, and what problem is your product going to solve for that specific person? Always start with a person in mind, not the product, because you're selling a product to a person, and it's a person who's buying it. So you want to know what does that person want, what is this person, what problem they have, and what they're trying to look. So basically, you're not selling products. You're selling, you're providing solutions. That's what you have to look at things from this perspective at all times.
Cool.
Yep. Good point. Cool. I think you have your action steps of what to do. Didi, how are you feeling about everything overall?
Good, I think. I think I'll feel a little bit more comfortable when I narrow things down. I mean, I've already kind of narrowed it down, but yeah, I think I just need to feel a little bit more solid about what I want to go with.
Cool. Yep. It's a process. Yeah. Don't feel like you need to be narrowed down yet. But yeah, do some more exploring this weekend, and then get to chopping real quick, and then narrow it down, and then on the next call, feel free to let me know all your ideas. I'll give you my thoughts on every single product, like your top 5 or top 10 or so, guys. That goes for everyone, and then happy to help narrow it down and give advice from there.
Cool.
Yep. And Bucci, you have a one-on-one product validation call that we can do whenever you're ready.
All right, cool. Let's aim for the beginning of if next week, if possible. I'm headed to San Francisco for the weekend, so I'll be pretty busy this weekend.
Okay. So Okay, cool. So we'll
whenever you want. I'm pretty much good for the most part. I want to dive in a little bit deeper, so I have a little bit more stuff to provide when we're actually on the call, and it's not really a waste of time, but I'm pretty much ready for it.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, next Tuesday works for. Wait, what day is it? Oh no. Yeah. Next Tuesday works for me.
All right.
Cool. All right, I'll hit you up and we'll book that. Cool. All right. Any last questions before we wrap it up?
I'm good.
Cool. All right. Yeah. This is the thick of idea phase. They're all there, and now we're honing in on the money, and once everyone chooses their niche and product, then the next phase begins, the exciting phase.
Sweet.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool.
All right. Cool. Sounds good. Keep us posted in the chat.
All right.
Let's see.
Cool.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good.
guys.
Yeah.
See ya.
Good work, guys.
Have a good one. Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the FBA Lifestyle Podcast. Don't forget to follow on all podcast platforms, YouTube and Instagram. Ready to fast-track your first or next FBA product? Ready to create a real product that leaves the competition in the dust? Then check out the 90-Day FBA Challenge, a 12-week accelerator program with weekly coaching calls where we help you go from zero idea what to sell to a product live on Amazon within 90 days. And download the free Amazon Secrets ebook, FBA Lifestyle, the Amazon Experts. Start your FBA business. Achieve the freedom lifestyle.